Yeah. Oh no. This that 68th and Woodland, that be headed ratchet. Hull, I'm back intact with Cassis, jucking, packing, gas and jacking, Goodman, pistol packing, perky pushing, nickel sacking, thirsty looking, craving, chillin', saber whipping, latest kicking, mason tripping. Yeah, I gotta give me a lick. I done shot plenty of bricks. I done took too many losses. Me and my niggas need grips. Real, we outside without no mask. My shit growlin', I get mad. I'm with my guy, I got his back. I had shows in different states. We would slide and I get bags. 25 without no cash. We survive without no dash. We was live a lot more bad. While we vibe, he like, yo, sad. What we eatin', it's the weekend. We need jobs and I go dag. I'm like, maybe we can grab. If you get 5 and I give half. You get fries and I get gas. If you get sides and I get mashed. We been down since we was kids. You been squashed since I skip class. If you get robbed and I get trash. If you get sized and I get brash. Yeah, we seen a nigga walking, we was craving. Time to beat a nigga down, take his savings. Tired of working for the man, sick of slaving. We just young and hitting licks.
Yeah. You are now tuned in right now to the Devinwade Show, hosted by myself, Dangerous DevNasty, aka Choke Your Mom Out, aka Choke Your Pop Out. And with me today, of course, as usual, this is another sound only Saturday, the S.O.S joint. And I got with me my man Porter Rich, Camden's own. He's sipping lightly tonight. To the left of him, we have, where's your drop?
You already know who it is, man. Garnett Briscoe, just a player with an opinion, man. I'm here. What's up?
And to the left of him, we have Waleska D in the building.
Hi, everybody. Hello.
Today, man, I gotta jump into something immediately because I wake up, my phone is going off crazy, and people are sending me Joe Budden podcast links and not even explaining to me what they're sending it to me about. Why they're sending it to me. So, finally I talked to somebody and they're like, oh yeah, they discussing you and your situation with the old show on Joe Budden show. So I check it out. First I want to say, shout out to Joe Budden, shout out to Rory, shout out to Maul, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Parks, because these are the dudes that kind of gave everybody the blueprint for, to be able to do this, especially in the urban market. They gave us that blueprint. But the first thing that I noticed about the whole thing is it's so weird to hear people talk about your business and have the numbers all wrong and shit like that. And it makes me think about how many times I do that to niggas, you know what I'm saying, when we do that type shit.
Right.
And but the dope part for me personally was, even though the numbers were off, the numbers were generous on the other end as far as the numbers that they thought that I was offered. You know what I'm saying? And for them to think that I was offered that and still see things for the most part in from my opinion, was really something to be said, because it was like, no, let's just make it clear. There was no 70K. It was 36K. It was $3,000 flat a month, and that's it. So just to get that out there, you know what I'm saying? That's what the situation was.
Question. So, did you get paid every month?
No. That's
right.
bull. That's I
didn't think so either.
Yeah.
Because they said everybody got paid every month.
Yeah, that's bullshit. And like I said, I put, what I put out there from the rip. You know what I'm saying? I showed people what this the craziest part about this whole thing. I don't talk about this shit. You know what I'm saying? I just work. You know what I'm saying? I got a totally different career, as y'all know, that keeps me pretty fucking busy. So I don't even talk about this shit. This is something where I'm just chilling, and next thing you know, I hear people talking about this, people beefing and arguing back and forth. But a lot of times people just have to use common sense and do this. If there's a person that's always in something with somebody, you got to use your common sense and realize what the common denominator is. If you see the way a person jumps off the edge and just goes crazy on everything, imagine working with that person every day. What that would be like. that's enough to make you be like, I don't give a fuck about that show. I'd rather just sit in here and draw because this nigga's not balanced. You feel what I'm saying? So, with that being said, those numbers was definitely off, but I appreciate the love. I appreciate the common sense. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Maul, even though Maul forgot my name and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I actually met Maul a couple times. I'm a fan of the Joe Budden podcast, to keep it 100. I've been listening to that shit for crazy years. Before this was even before that was even the lineup. Been to a couple of the Joe Budden live shows and all of that type of shit. So, when people get mad, all that happens is they say the things that they've been saying to everybody else when you wasn't around anyway. There ain't no new, they don't hear no new rant. You know what I mean? They been said, that shit been said. So that's all that is, man, for me personally. I think,
go ahead. I definitely wanted to chime in. Definitely shout out to Rory, Maul, and Joe for speaking about the podcast and actually giving Dev opportunity to put his story out there, because a lot of people don't know, man. You can't separate. Don't try to separate Gillie and Wallow. They are one and the same, right? It's not something that you just see on camera that they together. No, they stole money out of this man's pocket, man. That's what they did. Wallow was guilty of that. Wallow did not handle this classy or as a gentleman like Joe said. How somebody stealing from somebody and refuse to pay somebody and won't say anything about it because he's not man enough to say it to his face. He's not man enough to say it on the internet. He's not man enough to even address it because he stole. But we should know he been doing that, man. He been stealing since he was 10 years old. Look at his rap sheet. He can't stop doing this shit. He's still doing it. They both still doing it. They can't stop doing it, man. This is what they do. They steal from people. How can you, with an honest face, say that Dev does not deserve to get paid when he's the producer of the show? This is his studio. This is his equipment. He found a cameraman. He edits the show, and he's also the talent. And now y'all are finding out, with him not being there, he's also the glue of the show. Something that's priceless.
That's about 8 hats you just put on him.
Because that's what he do. So much so that they run around with the shit that he provided for them. You think that those Gillie and Wallow posters just came out of nowhere? This motherfucker made that with his hands. I watched him. He made everything with his hands. I watched him. So to say that that's classy not to speak up or that's gentleman-like, no, it's not gentleman-like. It's not at all. And Joe, you are someone that is of this culture, and we listen to you, bro. You have a big platform. You don't need that on your resume saying that you co-sign a nigga that refuses to pay somebody that earned the money that he deserved.
But a lot of that, just to step in, man, because like I said, I don't even like giving light on this shit. Y'all know how I feel. From Joe's perspective, I don't think that he's trying to think with a rational brain of, a person can't be doing something this terrible.
Right.
Like his brain.
That was his point of view.
Yeah, his brain is like, he gotta try to find the good because it's not normal. The behavior is not normal, my nigga.
And like I said, you can't separate the two. If you think Gillie is wilding, he's wilding. Wallow, and he just won't say it. Wallow, speak up. Say something, bro. We here. We need answers. We need answers, bro. You sitting there, did it? No, you lied to your parole officer saying that you'll never do it again and you out. You lied to them, bro, because you doing it
He definitely
right now.
He definitely a conspiracy, huh?
No.
If he ain't do it.
No.
He definitely a conspiracy to it if he ain't do it.
He did it. He did it.
Okay. Now listen, hold on, listen. Let me
Wallow is not out of this shadow, man. Ask him these questions. Make him answer. He can't, he won't, he not man enough. All he want to do is take from people. That's all he want to do. And don't say, yo, get your business together, this, and that. Huh? Come on, man. They had an arrangement already. They won't abide by it. Let's talk about the facts. They just won't abide by it. Wallow is guilty on that. He won't abide by it. They won't pay the man the money he earned, man. I'm done.
Listen, y'all. That's my dog.
Hold on. One more. Listen. It shouldn't feel like extortion when you paying somebody that earned it. That's not extortion. Pay the man.
Absolutely.
You should feel
That's actually
happy.
smart business, good business to take care of the people that's taking care of you.
Bro, so don't say that, don't use this business, get your business together. No, it's a scummy move.
Right.
It's so scummy, we don't even have to dress it up. They stole. They're thieves.
And
we don't need to find a creative word for it because it is what it is. And Wallow is at the forefront of that, man, and he got an answer for that. He got an answer for that, man. He been stealing since he was 10 years old. This shit is his life. And they telling y'all that. He going to these schools, parading around. He's stealing y'all money because he lying. He's doing it right now.
We knew this day would come. We knew this day would come. We're gonna let y'all in on a few things today on the Devinwade Show, the audio only, sound only Saturdays. We're gonna let y'all in on a few things because we've really been trying to take the high road on a few things. Devinwade is a friend of mine. Garnett Briscoe is a friend of mine, aka Sherlock Homeboy. And to be honest with y'all, 2-3 weeks ago when we was just getting ready to do our, the Devinwade Show and plotting episodes and whatever, Garnett was the main one just saying, yo, let's just focus on the episodes. Let's stay away from everything, all the old stuff, any old Devinwade stuff, and he was basically referring to like Gil, all of that, because we just wanted to move forward. And I say that to say because he's a very good dude. He's a very good person. He's a very good human. You know what I mean? And I appreciate the friendship.
But I'm a savage for what I believe in.
Absolutely. But I knew, I'm not surprised because I knew this day would come. But again, just 2-3 weeks ago, this man wanted to move forward and just focus on what we need to be focused on, which is a new podcast. Devinwade's his own thing, because it's obviously it's what he needed, after what he went through, but like how it's because Gil keeps speaking on it. He keeps, and not only do he keeps speaking on it, he keeps lying. He keeps lying because, and I gotta be honest, like I said, a lot of this stuff been needed to be said. Everybody know, again, this is Porter Rich talking. My name was brought up in the podcast a while ago. Me and Dev is friends. Me and Dev been back and forth since before they podcast started. And for those that don't know, my podcast with Waleska D and my dog, Mr. Hype 609, was in this studio, SFX Studios, before $1 million worth of game.
That's a fact.
Because Devinwade Ben came to me as a friend because I've been recording here with Don Michael Jr. Shout out to my guy Trax Trigger. Like I've been recording here and Devinwade Ben told me, he said, Rich, I'm going to add the podcast element to it so it could really be the one-stop shop. We already got the recording studio. We already got the photography studio. We got rooms where, people could just politic, writing rooms, all of that. We got the upstairs. He said, so I'm going to add the podcast component to it so it could really be like the triple threat studio, or whatever. And again, this is when Gil, like he said, when he was still giving out game on Instagram, just giving out the $1 million worth of game on Instagram through his Instagram clips. And Dev Ben had a plan. So immediately he started reaching out to people who he had already knew was doing podcasts. And immediately we had about 2 or 3 podcasters here, if I ain't mistaken.
Yeah. No, it was more than that.
Right from the gate, business was kicking off because business been popping for these guys in this area because, they good guys and they do good business. Even Don Michael on the music side, they take care of people and they some of the most seasoned veteran people at what they do. We've talked about that before. But again, let's get back to the topic at hand. Right now, what I feel as though is happening is the universe is doing what it does. A lot of us as humans, we think we can do what we want. And we think that a lot of stuff will get off, and it kind of like go back to what Garnett said. And I feel bad because I'm really used to be like a fan and a supporter of everything.
Can't be fans of cowards.
Yeah, and thieves. And thieves, is really not cool because for one, we've been wanting to touch on this. Gil, you give game. You say you give game. You say you talking to the youth. You talking to the youth about being positive, not being a street person. But then you totally disrespected my man for not being a street person. You came at my man for wanting to have hobbies of Transformers or of living a different lifestyle, positive lifestyle, and a cool lifestyle. And you came at him which was as if that versus the streets was 10 times better, or a street nigga was so bad. I'm a street nigga, Gil. And you giving out false information. But then you hopping out on your Instagram telling the little street niggas, don't be street niggas and don't shoot this, don't shoot that. But when the cameras and the motherfucking lights was cutting off on $1 million worth of game, you was being super disrespectful to my man. Not only super disrespectful, but super tough. Super tough, talking real disrespectful out your mouth. And then when you get on the phone, when Devinwade called, because Devinwade called me one time with me, Dev, Gil, and Shaquille on the phone. And it was a different pitch. It was a whole different story. It was all this, yo, I've been in Camden before. You know, I got love for Camden. It's respect, it's love, you know. And I was happy to hear that because I feel the same way. I really be in Philly. I've really been in Philly all my life since like 14. I'm talking Fair Hill, Hancock. I'm talking 7th and Pike. I'm talking Butler. I'm talking Cambria. I'm talking you name it. Down bottom, West Philly, South Philly. Let's talk about it. Because I really be over there and I really got good people over there. You know, but I'm not going to never talk about Philly like, oh, I got love for Philly. Philly share the same struggles we share, you know, on a podcast. But then behind closed doors, when the lights go off and the camera go off, I'm like, man, fuck them niggas. Them niggas is suckers. Camden the toughest. They know it. Like, where they do that at? Where they do that at? You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that I've been wanting to get off because, Gil, for real, let's be honest. This how I knew, and this another thing I want to get out. I feel as though the universe is doing what it's doing. I feel as though Gillie, for real, might need a little help. And I was just saying that in the car to my people. I feel like he might be struggling with like almost like a little bit of mental health shit. And the reason why I say that is because he been entertaining for so long since he let up on his music shit that I don't even think he know how to turn the entertainment off.
He ain't let up. His music just trash.
Listen,
nigga told me that he knew you more than I did. On a major, hold on, but on a major platform where people gonna believe anything that's said, and I'm like, I'm with this nigga on a dip. Like, what are you talking about? This
but
is
listen,
crazy.
I laughed and let him say what he was saying because it's a podcast. It's the same way I did my interview with Gully TV, and that was my answer. That's what I said in my answer. Like, yo, it's entertaining. And even Gillie said it when we spoke, and I said, yo, listen, you were saying little slick shit about the city. I told him on the phone, like, you said little slick shit talking about we want to be like Philly. You know that ain't the case. And I told him that. You know that ain't never the case. Like, we are our own thing. And he admitted to it, like, yo, nah, it's podcast shit. We talking shit. That's what the people want to hear. And it was cool. I got thick skin. It was cool. Even when he said that, he said, and me and Gil only officially really like met. We seen each other in passing throughout my career all the time, just like all the other Philly artists that I got nothing but love and respect for that I see in passing. You know, Beanie Siegels. I even seen Meek Mill when I used to run around with Jay Sun. You know, and that's kind of like how I got acquainted with Gillie through Jay Sun. So shout to Jay Sun. But we really only had 2 conversations. One was in the studio where Jay Sun invited me to. And Gil, really, to be honest with you, Gil, I'm gonna keep it 100. You ain't know me. You acted like you ain't know me. You acted like the typical Gil. You ain't give a fuck about me until I went in the booth and burnt the shit down, and then I came out and you had your phone out in my face. You know what I'm saying? Like, showing love now. I guess I don't know if what I did on the record, whatever, like made you switch your pitch, because when I first really like walked in the room, you ain't know me and it wasn't no love. But anyway, that was the one time. Then the second time was here. I met Gil here, outside of here, where he's been coming to for years, before like even the $1 million worth of game, he knows Dev and them. He knows tracks in them. So my whole thing is like, from me being a friend of Dev's and looking at this shit like, wow, not only looking at it, but Dev calling me every day when this shit going on. For one, we friends. For two, once my name came up in the shit and my name was bored up, and then Dev was basically, Dev told me, he said, because at first Dev was with it. He was with all the podcast shit. He didn't care. He was with the entertainment shit. It was when the cameras was going off and the lights was going off and Gil was really like trying to like talk crazy to the nigga, not only about other people and about other areas and about other Philly people, but he talking crazy to the man as a man. You told my man, yo, shoot him till he catch on fire.
Facts.
All this crazy. Like,
facts.
How you telling the young kids anything on your platform about a gun, about putting a gun down or about shooting something, but then behind closed doors, because you think my man is a nerd, because that's what you really think. You told me he was a nerd. You told me, listen, we'll get to that. But how do you do that? How do you tell people put the guns down on one note, and then when the cameras and all that shit go off, you back to like fake thugging. You back to like tough as hell. Like tough as shit. Like that shit don't add up. Like, and what's happening is the universe is getting tired of you. And Wallow happens to just be suffering from your bullshit because he letting it go down. You know, because I believe in like, I like
No. He's not. He's a part of it. He's not letting it go
Yeah,
down.
I mean,
Listen, let's call it spade a spade and
right.
what it is.
Nah,
Yeah,
you're
you
right.
got see. This is what people gotta
he's-
understand. You gotta understand this, man. And it's crazy. It's crazy because once again, shout out Joe Budden, because I believe left this shit alone, man.
Facts.
But the like literally, I'll be like, man, because honestly, I get worked up in a different type of way. I hate talking about this shit, bro.
Facts.
For real, I hate it.
We needed this though.
I'll be trying to like, man, I don't want to talk about that shit. But when it come to certain shit, you got to understand that Low got a brand. Gil can play the role of a scumbag, and people kind of look at it like you kind of wear that. Like we know you do that. Low can't. He can't do that because he positive, so he got to dip and hide.
But he still take the money.
I'm gonna keep it 100, like on my mom, from the rip. Wallow was on some shit like, yo, I would pay y'all 25%. That was me and another person that was involved. We not the only. People got to understand when they watching something. It's not only two people that make that. It's a collective that's involved in doing that. It's people that you don't even see.
Speak up,
But
Wallow.
from the beginning, it was like, I would do that. I would give you. I would give the 25, man. But cuz ain't having it, man. It's just that cuz ain't having it. And for me, I look at it like, come on, bro. Like you can't push everything on cuz ain't having it, because you could have just spoke up and did what you did.
You 40.
But you know what I'm saying? You could have just spoke up and been like, nah, man, you know how we been rocking with Bull and how the work that's been that he been putting in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like niggas could never even understand the details of the things that was happening. You know what I mean? But when I see my name just keep being brought up and to keep it like, I literally, bro, I draw for a living. I'm at a desk drawing, working, designing shit, shoot out the Cali, working. I don't even be thinking about this shit. When I'm doing my podcast, I'm comfortable now because I'm in a room with people that I fuck with, that I will be hanging with on an everyday basis
For
anyway.
people that care.
That's what Joe. But that's what Joe and I was talking about.
Right. So when Joe Budden said people sell the illusion of friendship, he was kind of correct on that. But it wasn't so much that, it's just that sometimes when you're not around a person every day and you just around them in passing, you only see them in passing. Like, so it ain't nothing for y'all to ever, yo, what's up, my nigga? Boom, boom, boom. He could think what he think about me. Oh, that nigga wear these bracelets and this, but nigga still would call me like, yo, I need bitches for my video. That's
Who
how we
had 'em?
really.
Who had them?
Me. And I always did. That's the only thing I was known for. Like I said, I don't like to make it look like on some womanizing shit, but that's all I was known for, you know, years back, is Dev got the girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, I turned that into a business. I became a photographer because I had the women.
You actually took their pictures too, right?
Yeah.
That was it.
Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, so that's, you know, niggas could paint it any way later on, but time always reveals, and sometimes people can't control their character to the point where they gonna run to the internet and just wild out and be immature. And it's like, my nigga, what? I don't even, people send me shit all day. I don't even click on it because I don't even want to be on a nigga page. You feel me? Like, niggas will send me shit. Nah, swipe, keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Why is niggas sending me this? Because at the end of the day, even the fans and the people that's watching, they just want you to entertain them. Right. They don't really care about your well-being, that person's well-being,
or whether or not
whether or not we clash in real life and bad things happen to both. They don't care. And I am overstanding the situation enough to know they don't care. I'm just a crash dummy for their entertainment. Right. I'm not crashing for nobody. I stay in my lane. I do what I do and I create. I could always make something. My time ain't running out. I could be I'm 40 years old. When I'm 45 years old, I'll still be able to draw for Marvel Comics.
Facts.
When I'm motherfucking 50 years old, I'll still be able to draw for DC Comics. I could do anything I want when I'm 70 years old and my hands break. I still could write music.
And take pictures of them bad thick joints.
So that's the thing.
At
Like,
60, nigga, I'm gonna be there. Don't fuck around.
So the crazy part is when you the one thing that I'm super happy and blessed, and honestly, bro, is throughout the day. Sometimes I'm just working, I'm drawing. I'll look at what I draw and I literally stop and be like, yo, thanks. I throw a thanks up to God, dog. Because I know I don't got no control over the fact that I could draw 50 face like this, or I could draw. I have no control over it. But the fact that I could take 1 talent away, 2 talent away, 3 talent away, 4 talent away, and still have a professional job because I could do all this shit, that's the part that makes me be able to sit comfortable in all of this, because at the end of the day, the podcast thing is a bonus.
You favored, B. You favored.
You know what I'm
you
saying?
favored by God, B. And that's that's a hands down given for anybody to know you like that, like Garnett. Because listen, whenever they got Garnett in his bag like this, like I said earlier, man, listen, it was time. It's time. It's only a matter of time that you could keep doing. Like Gillie been going on and on. He tried to
No. Let's say Gillie and Wallow.
Yeah, well, Gillie and Wallow, listen, they've been going on and on. They tried to sway the people on Dev. They rushed to the internet first. Dev didn't. Dev came with the receipts later. After they tried to go to the internet and sway the people. They had people.
And let's remember, that was because it just shout out Sharon motherfucking Barber, because when all that shit went down, he instantly went online, tagged me and said, I will pay you double what Gillie claims that he was going to pay you if you come out and work with me in LA. And I was on a flight to LA 6:30 in the morning, the next morning, everything exactly what he said it was going to be. You feel what I'm saying? So I was out there for that week and was like, I'm not, I got people in my inbox hitting me up. Pussy, you snitched. You called the cops on Gillie. You did that. And I'm like, how the fuck do you call the cops on a pod? Like, niggas, what would I be calling the cops?
How do you call the cops on a podcast?
I don't even, bro, but why would I? But just the whole thing is, why would I?
Yeah.
Like in any arena, why would I do that? That don't even make sense, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I basically was on some shit like, I'll answer when I get home, because this is taking me out of focus of what we building here. We out here to make some major money and make something happen. When I get home, I'll address that, and I addressed it the way it was. It was no reason for me to come crazy. It's like, look, man, this is what it is. Open it up, boom, boom. This is what was sent to me. I'm not with that. I went the opposite direction. So in a sense, it's more like a nigga trying to punish me for walking the other direction. I said, no, that's not for me. I dip. The fans is like, where's this nigga? You can't make up a thing and say like, let's just use your brain. I'm 40. I got a girl, kid, multiple jobs. My jobs is endless.
Serial entrepreneur.
And I'm the boss. And I'm the boss in all of them. You know what I'm saying?
And you pay everybody. You even overpay.
I overpay
Shout out
people.
to Dev for
I
that,
overpay
man.
people. This is a fact too. So it's like you doing all that and niggas is hitting me up. Yo, this person's saying that everybody that's complaining in his comments is you with a fake page. And it's like, dog, I'm not. You ain't even seen me on live.
Your new supporter said he's in your comments now in a fake page. I seen that.
Yeah, see, I don't even know, because like I said,
that's real.
They said the only, because you had like one dislike and everything else was like, and it was comments like, yo, that one dislike is Gillie and Wallow.
I'm not, and it's the thing that's funny, I'm not even gonna say that's what that is, because I don't know. But I know me, I don't got no time for no shit like that.
It's the fans.
I got shit to motherfucking do. And I'm trying to become more of an Instagram person. Originally, if you came to my Instagram, the only thing you was going to see was drawings or butts. You know what I'm saying? Because I take pictures and I draw. That's all I did.
And the reason why you so comfortable in that position, because you are a creator.
Right.
This shit can come from scratch.
Yeah, all the time.
So you can replicate whatever, whenever you want to. And I know Joe know that too, because the reason why the podcast went so hard was because of that complex shit.
Yeah.
They tried to do him murder. They tried to do him dirty. Nah, I don't need y'all. I can do this shit on my own, and that's what this is.
And
man.
let me just be clear, because like I said, this 30 minutes of my show where I want to talk about dumb shit, funny shit, and some serious shit, but it sure wasn't going to be this. This just had to be when the world is talking about you and you don't speak up. If you know you kind of have to. But I want to be clear. I'm not a celebrity. I'm a regular nigga that knows how to do a lot of stuff. And people call me to utilize me to do the things that they need done. And I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? That's how I get paid. I want to be clear. This is not a Philly versus Camden thing. That has never been that's not even a thing. You feel what I'm saying? We've been fucking partying in Philly our whole life. We don't even got our own.
Right.
It's good people everywhere.
We don't even got our own clubs.
It's good people everywhere.
You want to know the funniest part? I was a Philly club promoter for so many years, throwing some of the biggest parties with all them niggas, Shad, Rick Lowe, all of them. I mean, for years, that's how I was making my money. So when I think of my memories of weekends, the girls that I was meeting, the dating, all of that shit, it was like, that whole backdrop is Philadelphia. Philadelphia is home, just like this is home. You feel what I'm saying? So
listen, this ain't a Philly thing. Let's get it clear. And let me just touch on something real quick before we get out of here. This is a Gillie thing, right? And Wallow thing. I don't want to, Garnett next to me.
Yeah.
Want to make sure we touch on that. But listen, now all things real though.
Speak up, Wallow.
Gillie, like you keep, again, the universe is happening, bro. The universe is happening. That's why Joe Budden, one of the biggest podcasters in the world, is mentioning Devinwade.
For no reason.
The universe is happening, right? Now listen, first and foremost, shout out to Joe Buttons and all of them. Trust me, the love is appreciated. Dev deserves it. You know what I mean? Hard working, been putting in work, put in a lot of work, and, just got snubbed on some goofy business.
Mind you, just to step in, this shit happened 2.5 months ago. So for this to randomly pop out, even for me, was like, nigga, it's been 2.5 months.
Right.
And like I said, I ain't said shit.
But listen,
you know what I'm saying?
What Joe said when he said, as far as like the thing that Garnett had an issue with, and I see why Garnett had an issue with, when Joe Buttons was basically saying like, people put in all this work blindly, in the blind. And then when the checks finally do come, you start getting the weird thoughts, goofy thoughts, little greedy thoughts, little sneaky, the little devilish conscience, because we all got it. You got the good conscience on one side, you got the devilish conscience on one.
Some niggas got two devils on each side.
Yeah, on the other side. So my whole thing is like, and Joe was saying, and I respect Joe's honesty.
Yeah.
I respect Joe Budden's honesty for saying that, yeah, he can relate to him probably thinking, getting weird thoughts like, no, we don't want to give up that. We don't want to give up this.
He still was a real nigga and paid everybody.
Right, but he did the right thing. But I respect you for being honest, because at that point is when Gil and Wallow was supposed to decide. And really decide. Really not what he was lying to people, telling people that Devinwade did. What he really knew Devinwade did. Drew the pictures, engineered the sound. Y'all was in his studio. He also became a personality on the show that people liked, because he was really like the yin to y'all yang. Y'all was whatever, ex-retired
Same
street
jokes
niggas.
every episode.
Yeah, y'all was ex-retired street niggas. He was the one nerd, the one good guy, positive guy. Like, so hold on real quick. Like, I just feel like y'all, like, they did all that, but you had a decision to make, and now you made that decision. Like Joe said, Joe Budden, you was honest, and I respect your honesty. And this is a learning experience and an example for all young kids and anybody else ever going into business in the world next. You got to, when somebody taking care of your company, when somebody taking care of your brand, when you got somebody that's an asset, he could cut the grass, he could clean the shit up, he ain't got no picks. When you tell him go do whatever.
Hold on. Nigga be a fucking secretary. Yo, I'm not only do I design the fucking John, I drew the niggas, I designed the motherfucking stand-ups, I'm the nigga that orders them.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm the nigga, like you doing secretary work, you doing everything because you riding, like, it's the team.
Yeah.
I don't feel lower doing that.
But
when
they
that
dropped
stage,
the ball.
When it's time to break that stage down, who break the stage down in the only 2 lives we ever did?
But it's also, and I was a part of one of the lives.
Absolutely.
Everything up, but also it's, listen, you got to judge a man by how he treat the janitor at work. and these motherfuckers don't acknowledge them.
Oh, and I pay my
proof.
niggas to come on and break that shit down with me too. So that's another thing. It's
Hold
like
on, can we pause for a second? Can we just pause? Can you say that again?
I paid my niggas to come help me break this shit down and do this.
Facts.
They really worked to clean up the joint.
Facts.
I really paid my niggas to do that.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I didn't count. I wasn't sitting there counting that bread because I looked at it like, nigga, we all doing this. But like what I said,
you went in on it. Listen, let me tell you something, because they supposed to be the street niggas. But I'm a street nigga. Right? I'm an ex-street nigga because I've been working for 10 years and, I don't want no parts of the streets. I pray for my dogs in the streets. But you did the street shit. You went in on a handshake. You ain't had no paperwork signed. That's how street business go, right? Gillie so busy snapping on Rory right now, right? He mad at Rory calling Rory out of his name. Calling him disrespectful names like you could beat him. When you don't know.
And Rory that nigga
right,
too.
And when you don't know that man from a can of paint. Might put you in a chokehold, choke your slim ass out. Right? But you keep talking crazy, right? Because you upset because the truth coming out. People see the truth. It was your studio. You was talking on the show, so you was a personality. Right. Plus, they called you the sound guy. Plus, they forgot that you was a photographer and an artist that do all this sketching and shit.
Hold on, wait, whoa.
Like, come on.
That's the other part. Like I said, all that about what they did, they actually went about it in the most respectful way possible, even with him. They put up higher numbers. They literally, it was painted the best way possible for him. And you talking about catching a nigga at the light, and it's like, what are we? Niggas is grown. What the fuck is wrong with you?
And that's all contradicting that bullshit game that you give up whenever the fuck you listen. And again, man, listen. People need to check themselves, because if you ain't gonna check yourself as a grown man, because I check myself when I'm wrong, and I say, Rich, you was wrong. You know what I'm saying? If you're not gonna check yourself, then guess what? Don't get mad when other motherfuckers got to check you, because you're not going to keep lying on other people and trying to sway shit.
And listen, for the people that's out there paying attention, that's trying to figure out this story, man, I just want you, before the breakup, find a podcast without Dev that says $1 million worth of game. It starts with him, man.
Yeah.
And he started that podcast shit way before $1 million worth of game. Podcast business been on Dev's mind, been on the agenda way before $1 million worth of game got here.
And look, if y'all want to see the proof how that's been, as far as like,
I'll send him an episode.
Dev's talking about, I've been on podcasts. He has. I started a podcast, 2015?
Correct.
You had me interviewing Danny Garcia and his dad, the world champion.
Heavy.
Yeah.
At a day
shout
party.
To Danny.
Yeah.
Shout to Danny. Shout to Angel.
At a day party. And it looks
Bleak.
magnificent.
Yeah.
Myth Bleak.
Everybody.
Memphis Bleak. Listen, man.
Yeah.
High five, Granddad.
Niggas been here
That was
before.
awesome.
Like, and
Niggas been here before.
one thing about Gil, and this is some man shit that we Gary say, bro. Like, for real, you need to really like calm down, take a moment, and really like just check everything, bro, and do some man shit, because you said right now you ranting again. I just, of course, you talking about my friend again, and my friend is being bored up. The whole show, the whole situation, whatever's going on again is coming out again. And we just kind of like tired of it. Even my name was bored up in this whole shit out of nowhere. My name came out in this shit, whole bunch of goofy shit that I ain't even feel like entertaining, but I did. It's entertainment. We signed up for it. But it's like, come on. You're not going to just be a full-time goofy entertainer. Like, we still got to be real, and that goes back to what Will Smith said. I'm gonna mention something that one of the real kings and goats of Philly, a real honorable role model, a real honorable someone that we can all look up to, and a black king. But Will Smith said that when we doing this entertainment stuff, rapping, podcast, basically putting yourself out there, actor, anything. He said, we create another identity. We create another character, which we basically do. I've created Porter Rich, but I always still know how to go back to Richie. I'm always going to be Richie. Richie is first, because real life is first to me. You know what I'm saying? So I know how to like transform and turn it on and off. Same thing with Devinwade. Same thing with Garnett Briscoe, Sherlock, Homeboy when he on stage doing comedy. It's the same thing. He said we create these identities, which I believe we do. But he also said that some people, and this is why I go back to when I said that I think Gil like probably dealing with like some mental health shit and might need a little conversation with like a professional or something. Because I feel like he don't know how to turn the entertainment off.
He not the only nigga that need a professional though. Wallow been stealing since he was 10. I don't know the clinical name for a nigga that can't stop stealing.
Klepto.
Well, that's well, listen, we gonna get a psychiatrist and we gonna pay for your first session, my nigga, because you need help. You can't stop. How are you out on parole and still doing this?
No, but listen, real talk, no lie, man. Listen, you gotta know. I feel like again when Gil lied on the phone with me and he told Dev while I was on the phone with him, he said, Dev, I know Porter better than you. I know Porter. I might have known Porter longer than you. I said, oh, he really acting up.
Yeah.
I said, this guy's entertainment is on 1,000.
Oh,
Because Dev is my friend. Like me and Gil, we only had like 2 conversations ever in history. You gave me your number, bro, about 7 years ago. I never called you. I never texted you or nothing. There was no need. I didn't know you. But this is my friend, man. This is my friend. I don't know how you do it with your friends and how y'all operate with y'all friends.
He don't pay him.
But we don't, and guess what? And guess what? That street nigga shit you talking, because you just told Rory the same shit. Oh, corporate this, we street, we handle it this way, we operate. Listen, man, street niggas be the first niggas to tell you a piece of shit. You a thief. You ain't shit. Your business sucks. You know, unless you amongst other shiesty street niggas who support it. Because you can have shiesty nerds, you can have shiesty street niggas. It's all the same
and
shit.
I want to make it clear, I'm completely okay with the college kids and the suburban people listening to my show. Yeah. I don't look at it like, nigga, this is the streets listen to us. It's like,
well, the streets will be tuned into.
Where's the hierarchy? Whereas like the street people is a different higher cloth than the. Come on, man. We gotta elevate, especially when we get into this age bracket. You feel what I'm saying? I literally know what it is. Like all that shit, the toughness, it don't even matter. I'm in there fucking rocking out, fighting with niggas that's from up the highway, Cherry Hill, white boys and everything like that in that dojo that will get busy in a heartbeat. It don't matter where people is from or this nigga is a college nigga or this. Man, that stuff is silly, man. It's immature, it's goofy, and we not about that on this podcast. I want to leave this like this. It's just something for y'all to sit in y'all mind. When Joe Budden said what he said about people changing the idea of what they would want to spend or whatever the case may be, I remember, my girl might get mad at me about this. I was outside talking to my girl, and my girl was new to this podcast thing because, like he said, I was a nobody, in the entertainment world. I was a nobody until this show. And it was a shock to my girl's system for me to be telling my private business on a podcast every week and having the world chime in.
Right.
And my girl was having little issues with that. And me, Gillie, and my girl sat outside. My girl was in the car. And I remember Gil saying, and my girl know, he said, yeah, you got to understand, we family. We just on here trying to make $1, this, that, and the third. And guess what? When Dev get that check, that's gonna be coming for $300,000. She was like, when that $300,000 come, you ain't gonna care. And my girl, being stubborn, was like, I'ma still care. We out there just joking, and everything is cool. But
why did he say that number though?
I mean, that number seems to, add up.
That sounded like, that sounded like a family number.
Listen. And
why when the paper really came, you got a stranger off?
Hold on, so this is the thing. It ain't even gotta be the number. It was the fact that at that time, everybody understood that we was all rocking. If you watch them early videos of us celebrating after an episode or when we would go to number 1, it was always, we ain't do this alone. It's Dev, it's B-Rock, it's Frank, it's, you know what I'm saying? There's other people that make these things happen, you know what I'm saying? And but all in all, I'm in a beautiful place. And one thing Dev ain't never, with all the shit that I do, I'm never gonna go hungry. And Hungry was the name of that Sean Smith song that we came in with earlier. I wanted to bring that. Shout out to Sean Smith, because Sean Smith is I think that nigga might be the best rapper It's him and Black Thought on some Philly shit.
And
Like,
Philly,
He
yeah,
immaculate. And he also, it's crazy that we talking about Sean Smith, and that was the song of the day because he actually co-signed by Joe Budden. That was one of the big co-signs that he got.
he did.
I know of. Yeah,
Joe was trying to get him.
No,
And-
Joe
and-
Budden said he's like Joe Budden big
And-
on
and
Sean.
trust me,
Sean
if
Smith.
y'all never-
Give him heavy co-signed.
If
So
you-
shout out to Joe for that too.
If you never listen to Sink or Swim from this nigga Sean Smith, is bars in there that hit me because I consider myself like a double entendre rapper artist, and I hear this nigga and it be like, this nigga make me want to go back and practice. He's amazing. Like, he's amazing, man.
Hey, listen. I know you guys switched the topic. Just one last thing. One last thing I just want to say. Please, because people been really like DMing us. We've been getting like messages, DMs from like young hungry artists who actually saying that like I don't know they hitting people up out here, different people for like just I don't know weird shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Listen,
and my whole thing is practice what you preach, man.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Listen. All I'm saying is, y'all, please be careful about don't be paying to get on a motherfucking mixtape and shit like that, man. Please, like, do yourself a favor.
Just make sure if you do kick out money, it got impact. It's worth something.
Pay your bills, man. Take care of the stuff you need to take care of. I'm sorry for anybody that hit me up complaining about whatever's happening to you. We already, through Garnett Briscoe, started something to try to help y'all get y'all bread back because
we definitely gonna help y'all get y'all bread back,
because
that's unfortunate. It's a pandemic going on, and niggas is out here not only asking for money, they're trying to extort you out of the money. They literally, I see the DMs.
That's a whole different subject.
Yeah,
that's its own motherfucking
we gonna talk about that
episode.
Time,
you already
sad
know
shit though, right? Sad? Is it sad?
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, but it's them. It's them being real. That's it. It's them being themselves.
Right. Well, let's we moving the fuck on, man. Just real quick, everybody. Just keep this in mind, man. Try to be a fan of what's right. There's right. There's wrong.
Facts.
It's that simple. You want to learn to be a good person. You can't ride with evil shit. Evil is evil. I don't give a fuck if it come from your favorite person, your favorite actor, your favorite rapper, man. Some shit is evil, man. And some shit is good. And for me, I'm riding with good, whether I gotta lose $1 or whatever. I don't give a fuck, man.
Paying your people should not feel like extortion.
And listen, taking care of who takes care of you is the smartest business move you can make, man. If you not taking care of me and I know I'm taking care of your shit, I'm gone and I'm starting up my own. And you gonna be assed out. You gonna kick yourself in your ass 6 months, a year later when you see my shit doing the pussy. And I'm a millionaire all on my own. When you could have kept me part of the team and we could have got millions forever. Longevity. People don't think about longevity because they get blinded by the money. They get greedy for the fucking money, man. That's one of the biggest problems in the world right now. People don't even believe that the money gonna keep coming in, so they quick to steal. Soon as the piece come in, they quick to pull some bullshit move. But that goes to show how much you believe in your talent and your gift and your longevity and your grind, sucker.
And check this out, y'all. Speaking of fucking longevity, there's people out here getting longevity in their career that you would not fucking expect. This week, there was an artist, that crushed Instagram in a way that niggas wouldn't even think a person could crush.
is like an understatement.
Right.
There has to be a bigger word for crushed. It has to be something stronger or something, because what he did
it was insane.
It was ridiculous.
This man, the person that people claim they hate so much, Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Those people took a picture with him too.
Listen, we off that.
And now they're trying to like put it like a game.
Yo,
it's like,
bro.
no, you're serious.
Bro, we off.
Those are serious pictures.
Listen. We off them niggas.
They got my nigga
Facts.
Garnett and his gangster
Like
Garnett.
I said, I've been off them niggas for a couple months. But anyway, the nigga Tekashi 6ix9ine, the nigga Tekashi 6ix9ine, he ended up shattering motherfucking IG with a live with 2 million motherfucking people in the live. whatever this guy is, whatever you think he is, if you think he's a motherfucking great rapper, trash rapper, actor, greatest troll, FBI agent, snitch, I don't care. He could wear all those hats. He's captivated the public, where I believe everybody that hates this nigga and that thinks that he's King Ratatouille, all that shit, they all cannot help but press that button and watch this man work.
I can help it. I can help it. I'll be catching him on the Explorer page, like shit'll jump off, and I might, but I can help it. Only listen, I really feel like, again, I don't give a fuck about that whole shit, because this whole world right now, we in bad shape. Every day new rats is coming about. This whole shit, people that rats told, we don't even know. And again, me and Wiley was talking about it in the car. It's definitely like just like levels to this. It's levels to everything in life. Right. Meek said it well. Levels. Even ratting, it's levels. It's different situations where they saying somebody ratted, somebody didn't rat, somebody may have ratted. Who knows? You got to get like really like into the facts, into the details about each individual situation to really like be able to dictate and decide what case is a ratting case, what case is not a ratting case, or whatever the case may be. But for 6ix9ine in particular, I just feel like, let's move the ratting aside for a second, right? Let's move the ratting aside for a second, and let me just chop it up with my people about the other shit that I got issues with, okay?
You're gonna start from the baseline.
I'm gonna just start from kind of like where I got wind of him. When I started kind of like becoming like sort of like a fan. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like really like tuning in to what he was doing. People was hitting me, they telling me like, yo, it's a new kid on the block, he cooking up crazy records, so I tuned in. I might have liked it a record or two. I might have liked it like the very first joint. I might have liked it like the very first joint. I think it was the joint, what was the name? I think Billy, something Billy. I think it was the joint where they had the dogs. It was a real hard gangster joint, because I like that hard street shit. Real hard street shit. They had about 1,000 people in the video, bunch of like, just, you know, they shit, whatever they was doing. And that's when I first got wind of him, and that was like the first record that I took a liking to, and I was like, okay, that joint sound good. And did I think he was the best lyricist, whatever? No. I never think a lot of these artists, I don't feel as though are the best lyricists and the most talented lyricists, but I feel as though a lot of them find a niche. Mm-hmm. They find a way to create vibes that we like, vibes that we can vibe to. So I felt as though I finally found a couple vibes that 6ix9ine had did that I kind of liked it, and I was starting to vibe to. But let me fast forward to the point where like I was kind of like somewhat of a fan. I was tuning into certain records, you know what I mean? And this prior to the whole snitching situation. My one homie, shout out to my homie Airport. My homie Airport, close friend of mine. My homie
shout out to Airport.
Yeah, shout out to the Airport. Yeah, he connected. That's why they call him Airport. Every state you land in, he'll help you out. But listen, my homie Airport showed me the video of one of 6ix9ine videos where he said, yo, did you ever see this video where he turns into the girl? And I said, he turns into a girl. He said, yeah, he goes in the water as himself and he comes out as one of the girls. He's like a girl with the same tats on his face, whatever. And I'm like, nah, I never seen that. Show me. And he shows me. And instantly, that was like just like a super turn off for me. Super,
it was
like,
weird as hell.
Super weird because for me, like gangster, and I ain't got nothing against gay people. My oldest brother's gay, been gay all his life. I've been dealing with this shit all my life. I ain't got nothing against the gay community. You know, my personal feelings about shit is my personal feelings.
No,
but
I'm gonna walk you. You haven't been dealing with him. You've been loving him through that. That's your brother.
Right, absolutely. Been loving him through it. And I don't judge. That's God's job. I don't judge. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like 6ix9ine, like when I seen that, and then along with what I believe that is really be happening in hip hop somewhat, I believe some people are really fans of kind of like what they say it when you making the male, you trying to turn the male feminine.
Oh, demasculating.
Demasculate the man. Like 6ix9ine is like, look, come on. You for one, when I first got put onto that video, I'm like, I never seen that before. I'm like, why would he come out the video as a girl? What message are you trying to send to like the millions of people that follow you? And again, maybe this was some gimmick, you know, in hip hop they say gimmick, publicity stunts, attention, baby wore diaper. Like, listen, so who knows how far people No, real shit. The baby wore diaper and he got attention, but he's smoking.
Anything that will make people talk is the move.
Right.
But
my
whole thing is like
he's not the only one that like went from being a man to a female in a video. He's not the first artist that ever did it. So
Who else? Can we talk about
Bad Bunny did that in his one video.
Okay.
You know, he was in a video, he was himself, and he was dancing on himself as a female. So he was the guy dancing.
So is this a Latin thing? Because now there's two people.
It might be a Latin thing, bro.
Tekashi is Mexican. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah,
I think he's Mexican.
he's Mexican.
Bad Bunny's Puerto
Still
Rican.
Latin.
But I think
They all Latin though. Still
real
Latin,
talk,
Latino
low
gang.
key.
Yeah.
Still Latino gang. Shout to Latino, but we not doing that. Listen, but not shout to Bad Bunny, but yeah, it's still weird.
Yeah, I better
it
not
might
see
be
Puerto Rich
something-
pop up. Like,
No, that'd be a whole different era.
Nah, you
I
not.
would
You
be
not.
looking at Richie crazy. Like,
Listen again. I don't want to. These are Bad Bunny anyway because 6ix9ine really.
no,
I can't.
hold
I can't
on. But let me
condone.
tell you something. I lost my train of thought.
Go ahead.
What I was trying to say is that maybe since we're in an era where transgen, gay, people being bisexual, that's a thing right now, and they're probably bringing. We don't know.
They preying on them. Say what you really need
I
to
don't
say.
want to say they're preying on them. I'm just they're shedding light on it, and it. We need to show
I just
that.
feel like if they try and suck up all their money by faking like they fuck with their lifestyle, that's preying on them.
I don't.
You know
think
what I mean? Like I
but
think it's
that
kind of
might-
like.
But that might be,
I don't know. In my
I'm
eyes.
not gonna say Tekashi 6ix9ine, but that might be something that Bad Bunny might be into. That might be his thing. Sexuality, exploring those different options that's out there.
Right.
But that
might be into that shit too.
he might. I don't know.
but like
I
this,
can't speak.
The whole
on
thing,
everybody.
the whole thing with 6ix9ine that's crazy is this: when people gotta understand that one of the. It's a shame that this goes back to the subject. I don't want to go back to the subject, but one of the reasons why a person like me wouldn't want to engage with another person is because you got to understand that when you engage with that person, you're still entertaining together.
right.
So basically what you're doing is it's still, whether it's real, fake, you're performing together even when you're beefing for the public. You know what I'm saying? When you're beefing with this person. So the thing that didn't make sense to me is when these rappers that are street code rappers, they rappers that feel like they uphold a certain moral or whatever street code. The best way to engage with Tekashi 6ix9ine is to not engage at all.
Facts.
Right.
Why
Facts.
are the rappers tuning in, listening to the song, second, commenting on it and beefing with them? Because when you beef with that person and you do that,
It adds fuel.
you're giving them the fuel. They're doing bigger numbers than you, so you're giving them a victory in a sense. So it's like now he can come back and say, "Yo, jealous because you mad because I got this many people in mind." You basically are throwing him a oop, and it seems like, and I could be wrong. It's hard for me to think from the thug mentality because that's not me.
Right.
But I'll be like, is this your way of standing up and being like, I'm the no snitching guy? So if I go against the big snitching guy, I'm going to get to ride that clout and be his nemesis and get some energy off of him. Because
That's everybody.
Because you know for a fact that nobody wants smoke with that man because ain't nobody trying to kill.
You can't do nothing.
You're not
to
trying
him.
to kill no federal witness.
It's known that you cannot do anything to him.
You kill him, you getting the death penalty.
Right. So now you got to look at it for exactly what it is, which is, okay, how can this person benefit from it? But what you should be doing, if you disagree with him wholeheartedly, just leave him alone.
Exactly.
Leave
That's
him
what you
alone.
should
Put him
do.
on mute, hiding.
Because he showed everybody his blueprint on how he's going to get this money and get this fame.
Trolling. And then what y'all
Exactly.
gotta really, really understand is, like, once again, I try to tell people this all the time. The environment that we come from, and I say we come from, I come from it's not just a small environment. I come from a small environment inside a small environment. Camden little as hell. But the kind of environments we come from is not the norm. Most people live in a different reality and they do not give a fuck about none of them rules and shit like that. It doesn't even cross in their world.
Right.
They're not worried about it. These people come more from a world where, like, white people do business, and as long as you could, shice the other person, if you could do it on paper legally, it's like he got me. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers just do they don't have these same kind of codes. So
Listen, everybody not like that in the streets, though. Just one time for the streets. You got honorable street niggas. You got street niggas that show love. They'll let you go to the moon if you got potential to go there. Right. But then you got the fucked up street niggas.
So what I'm saying is, in the other world, in this suburban world, they don't give a fuck. They just want to be entertained. If it's entertaining to them to hear a dude with blue, yellow, green mixture hair, talk reckless and show jewelry, they going to tune in.
But that his generation though, which, teens, early 20s, that's who they listening to. Mm-hmm. They not listening to who we used to listen to or who we listen to now. They listening to him. But he's the one that get them hype. He's the one. So regardless of the situation, if you want to bother him or say whatever he is, which whatever he did, I don't condone it. I'm not saying like that's what you should have done. But at the end of the day, you feel how you feel. That's your own opinion. Keep it to yourself.
Street
I don't
niggas
think we
listen.
But street niggas ain't listening to him, though.
No, I'm going to say something.
Right.
Listen, I'm going to say something.
So they not paying, at the end of the day, they not paying for him for his
Again,
checks.
listen.
They kids, them street niggas kids, they listening to that nigga. And they putting a bag in his hand.
Listen,
that's what they doing.
Again, for the record, and again, free Shotty, free all them guys, because I don't wish jail upon nobody. Jail is the closest thing to death to me on this earth, like prison.
Some
I've
niggas
lived
deserve
it.
jail.
No, I get it. Absolutely. But I'm just saying.
I'm not saying
freedom
that.
niggas. I don't wish this situation on them. They dealing with a hard situation. But me calling a spade, they laying in the bed that they made. The street niggas made this happen. This was their plan. Mm-hmm. Whether now it might not have been their plan. It might have been 6ix9ine's plan.
Right.
But when he went to them, it was their choice to accept it. And again, I spoke on this. I just went crazy about this on one of my lives, because I go live from time to time checking with my people, my little support system that I got. And I tapped in on it because so many people was hitting me like, Rich, how you feel? What's up? What's your input? So I went crazy on the shit and I spoke about the shit and I said, yes, and I didn't give him a pass for what he did, but I just said that the street niggas gotta I know they sitting in a cell somewhere kicking themselves in the ass because if he was brought in as an entertainer and this was an entertainment plan for us to just get rich off entertainment, then and again, this not only on them, this on him too.
Right.
Why when they was in fights and all that shit, why was you stomping niggas?
Right.
Why was you trying to kick niggas? You didn't want to just be an entertainer. You wasn't just trying to entertain. You was really thought you again, back to what we were saying earlier, when people get lost in the entertainment and keep doing too much entertainment.
Scummy.
6ix9ine eventually started doing too much entertainment because he started doing that real shit that his homies was doing, and now you not entertaining no more. Now your plan is actually being changed, and you made these decisions.
It stopped being business and became personal.
Yeah, so for him to you was around shootings. You knew shootings was going on. Them people was telling you when shit was going on. Shotty was telling you, yo, we just got a call. Wop. You felt like a boss now. Cause you getting money. So you all right, fuck it, nigga, get shot. Nigga, you supposed to be in jail, nigga. You supposed to be in jail. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Yeah, them niggas try to kidnap him. Yeah, they try to fuck his baby mom. They try to do all that shiesty shit. That they looked at him as prey. That's how they looked at him. They tried to do all that, but at the end of the day, he definitely signed up for that shit. He interacted in a lot of that street activity with them guys. Know what I'm saying? And where I come from, is no pass for that, man.
And just understand that
no pass for
every
that,
time you try to take advantage of somebody, because that was also a
they
part
all
of it.
Fucked up.
They took advantage of. They picked the wrong fucking person. This person went and did some grimy shit back to them, and so it's weird as hell. So it's both sides lost. Niggas put somebody.
And he did the grimy shit that the real him knows.
Right.
I'm going to the police.
Right. So it's you went and put somebody in your organization that you knew didn't belong there.
Right.
You knew that person didn't belong there.
And you exposed them.
And you put them there anyway.
And put him around the real situations.
And thought that you was going to benefit ultimately off of it, and you lost. Mm-hmm. And sometimes people got to realize when you taking advantage of people, it's not going to turn out the way that you fucking thought it was.
But listen, they actually had a great thing going until they started trying to take advantage. Because at first it was a good thing. And they actually all was eating, and it actually was a great plan, and it could have worked. If they would have kept his ass at bay, LA and said, yo, you're an entertainer. We for real, nigga. Like, you stay over there. We come get you when it's showtime and studio time only. You know what I'm saying? It possibly could have worked, but it actually went sour when they started trying to take advantage of him, which was another stupid move because y'all thought he was like, whatever, weak, not a street guy. Like, again.
And guess what? He wasn't a street guy.
And this is the same situation that you dealt with because people felt like, oh, well, Dev is not this or not that. So we can kind of like do what we want. We can keep what we want. It's kind of like, you know, it got similarities.
Yeah, I see it in that way.
And my whole thing is like, you don't do that. You don't do that. You had somebody that was like an asset to you. Yeah. Prior to the snitching, 6ix9ine was an asset to those guys. That's why he said he made some points when he did speak. I will give him that he made some points. He said, yo, I took these guys from sleeping on mattresses and stuff like that. I had a plan.
Which means he paid them. Yeah. He paid them.
Right. I brought them in. I put them on. You know, and then they turned around and took advantage of him. That's the only reason why I compared it to you, because you did so much for something to try to make something blossom. Right. And then the return you get is a shady move.
And this is what I wanna touch on, man, because now people are making big comparisons, some other kind of comparisons, and the comparisons is for somebody that's a head over at Jay's company. You know, the guy,
Rock
Jay-Z,
Nation, Rock Nation.
The guy,
Let's talk about it.
Desiree Perez. You know, people are digging back. Obviously, one of the first people to bring this to light.
Why?
But one of the first people to bring this to light was, of course, Dame Dash. Brought up her history of being caught with drugs and then working with the federal government to bring down an entire drug cartel. You know what I'm saying? The whole crime syndicate. Now, what people are asking is, what makes one person sin less than the other in a sense? You know what I'm saying? Like when they talk about, let's say they talking about Meek and they're saying, yo, Meek, you're in this battle right now with Tekashi 6ix9ine, but you work with this person and is there favors? You know what I mean? Like why are you playing favors? Why aren't you calling out this person? And this sparks a lot of questions, especially for a person like me that's not involved in it yet, because what people got to realize is people that's not in the streets don't even think about this type of shit. Like, because it's never going to enter our world anyway. Right. There's nothing happening in that sense for us to worry about that. But people are like, you're working with this person who's the head of your company and they doing that. And I want to know, where are the people supposed to draw the line? Because if I motherfucking used to be in the streets, I changed my life and now I work at a fucking law firm. I don't know, right? But the owner of my law firm turns out to be a person that worked with the feds. Do you leave the law firm? Like, what do you do in those
even though you changed your life?
So I wonder, like, how do those rules work? You know,
I don't think there should be Well, what kind of upset me about the situation, granted, whatever she did back then, because let me tell you something, she is like one of like the head honchos in the industry. Like if you are working for Rock Nation and you have issues, you go to her. Like she's like one of the most powerful women out there. Granted, I'm a woman. Like I'm not trying to be biased. That's not the case. But what I'm just saying, and I'm just speaking the truth. But at the end of the day, I don't feel like you need to go way back. When did this happen, Richie? 1994?
Some shit like that, yeah. The actual when she got busted, yeah, 1994.
Why are we digging up dirt from somebody all the way back there because Meek Mill decides to argue with Tekashi 6ix9ine? Like, granted, what she did, and I'm not saying what she did was right, whatever the case may be. I just don't think, I think it's like apples and oranges. It just doesn't.
But if a dude snitched back in 1994, they would bring that up too. That would be like the valid thing too.
It would. But I feel like if this person's overcame and is doing something positive in the world, then why are we looking at that person in that light? Just because Tekashi 6ix9ine want to brag about that he ratted. Right. I think that's what's burning a lot of people up, is because he's out here saying like, yes, I did it. Yeah, I did this.
I'm just wondering, what are people supposed to do in a business situation where there is hierarchies to business?
Stay at the fucking company. Get to your bag.
Listen,
I'm not gonna lose my job because of something that somebody did. Fuck out of here. I need to feed kids. You know, I don't have kids, but people got kids, families they gotta feed.
You ain't on the stand telling with them. You just like, nigga, I got signed to a label and somebody that works there did this.
Exactly.
That don't have nothing to do with what I'm doing, but what they trying to paint the picture of. And like I said, I don't fucking know. They
Right.
try to paint the picture like, nah, if she worked there, then that person next to
So
him is this, and this is a whole.
So Jay-Z, Beyonce,
Maybe.
DJ Khaled, everybody, it shouldn't be working for Rock Nation. That sounds dumb as hell.
And listen, we actually have the privilege to have her background. People work at different places where you don't know who the fuck you're sitting next to.
Yeah,
Right.
That's true.
You have no clue the person that you keying with could have did something even more terrible. They could be out here touching kids, but you eat lunch with them every day.
Yeah. I think that niggas actually have more like it became fashionable for people to be more upset with people that snitched than people that did touch kids. It seems like that's the highest.
honestly.
It seems like it's the highest dishonor. Like
That's-
a nigga would chill with a nigga that got 10 kids, don't take care of none of them, leave them all in the world just starving. You know what
Right.
I
I
mean?
mean, what do you listen to speak on that? Like, what do you do with a rat? Right? Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
What do you do with a rat? Right? Because everybody focused on whatever. Baby girl, I don't really know her situation. I read a little bit on it. I think they said she was like 26. She got caught with like 35 birds. She was working with some people. They said after that, they did say that she cooperated. She wore wiretaps in some situations. Then she went on a run from the people that she was supposedly cooperating with. Then a quarter later, she did some time. They let her out. I don't know. All I know is like I said earlier, it's levels to the snitching shit too. It's levels to the ratting shit. Every case is different. Every scenario is different. I've seen cases where they say somebody ratting where they not ratting, where they didn't rat. But because of the way something went down, a person will try to like say, hey, nah, that's telling, or whatever the case. So again, each situation is different. Each scenario is different. But again, in this situation with like 6ix9ine, it's like you said, the best thing you could do is stay away from them. That's basically
Right.
what I came with on my live. Like, yo, we should be shunning them. We should be shunning them. If you don't agree with what they doing, if you don't condone in the lifestyle, shun them. Why? If you clicking on their videos and you watching their videos, you supporting their money.
Exactly.
You supporting their income. We all know what the internet do. This the new wave. How to eat, clicks, streams, all that
Yeah.
shit adds to the bag. So if you doing that, then you support. You support.
You're literally you gave it
Yeah.
that stream, and that's and that's
That's
where
enough.
that's where the revenue comes from. So that's that's the thing that makes it a question that people got to think about is like literally what do? You a street rapper, somebody that's higher up in that company. Do you walk away from your deal? Do you not take? Because it seems like these people are going to be. There's people like
Listen.
this everywhere. What the fuck do people want from people is a real question.
A lot of the people that's talking shit, and again, I gotta keep it a bean because this the Devinwade Show, and we really like the new wave of keeping it a bean. So I gotta keep it a bean. A lot of people on the lower levels ain't doing nothing with the rats. In my city, in every city, they got rats.
Niggas
You
walking
got-
around
You got
regular.
rats. You got niggas that's telling you I told. I don't give a fuck. Fuck them. And my whole thing is like, what do you do? Unless you in the streets and you got some street conducting business and these rats are near your business where it could really like affect you, like, what do you do? Because a lot of people feel like, yo, I don't even know these people who they talking about are rats.
Right.
I don't know them. I don't know who they ratted on. I don't have nothing to do with it. So if I see them, what you want me to do?
Right.
It ain't my issue to knock
you
the
want-
nigga off.
Right.
You want me to make myself a problem and go, this how a lot of people feel.
Right.
So this, and again, I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying that a lot of times the streets fucked up. I just said that on my live. The streets is, if not dead, they definitely
Yeah,
extinct.
and them rules and morals is so bent and skewed
Absolutely.
and fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Niggas don't really know what they stand
I mean,
on.
don't get me wrong. I love the streets. I love the streets, and I love the good things that came out of the streets, and a lot of people did great things with the streets, you know. And for us, people who was minority came from nothing and wasn't being offered much. You know what I mean? So I never like totally knock the streets, but I will agree with you, Dev. A lot of shit could have been better, and there's a lot of fucked up rules that were really like rules that we thought was cool and macho, and really like was like what you call it, detrimental to us.
Well, you know, one thing about this motherfucker, he knew how to put a plan together, how to troll. He's the ultimate troll, and that's what made him famous. I want to get into something that's a little bit more lighthearted. It's been kind of a serious night a little bit.
Nah, this shit been fun.
No. I
It's
mean, it's
been-
cool, but it's a
I'm
little
laughing.
serious. But you know, this person made themselves famous, and we always have these talks a lot of people that are famous rappers, and I can only talk from the man perspective because I don't see women really do this like this. A man becomes famous. He's a big rapper, actor, whatever he is, singer. Usually it's the rappers and the singers. And, you know, you go find a woman. She's amazingly beautiful. You start wearing her on your arm to some of these red carpet events, Grammys, things of that nature. And when she really that fire, people looking at them and be like, oh my God, have you seen such and such's girlfriend? Next thing you know, she got motherfucking magazine covers. She's got 2 million followers on the gram or better. And I wanted to ask y'all this shit. And we could use it in reverse with Wally.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Would you be for or against making a significant other famous if you was already famous?
Man, listen, I'm getting there, and I'm looking for one now. I've been a ghetto celebrity, and you know we working on big things now. We getting and we looking to get notarized for the right shit, for good shit, and for like excellent shit. But yeah, why not? I'm looking for a dope female that's for me, that support me, and as long as she uplift me and make me better, I want to make her better. That's part of making her better. I want to blow her up, whatever she need. Double D's, some new cheeks.
Oh, so hold on. So you will enhance the
Listen. Long as the understanding, long as our understanding, meaning our communication, and the really way we feel with each other, and the really way we communicate with each other is 100. And what I mean by that is we ain't gotta be like boyfriend and girlfriend. We can actually just be cool friends. But it be the dopest friendship ever. And she for me, she uplift me, she help me. Yeah, I'm with it, nigga. I'm gonna take care of her. I'm gonna pop her off, make her pop, because that's somebody.
Titties, new cheeks,
all that shit. Cause that's somebody. Listen, like I said, if the bond there and the communication and the relationship there, that's just somebody that I'm putting on that I'm gonna be able to lean on if I ever fall off.
Yeah, everybody knew how I felt about like buying some titties and then we break up. So you know that whole
taking our shits back.
It's like, listen, man, you got to get a reduction, God, or the next nigga gotta give me my paper
You be ready
back.
to run the border with the safety pin, like.
I'm actually real supportive with making a girl famous, man. Like when I get famous, I'm gonna go back to the inner city black women and I'm gonna start building up black wealth through that, man. Come to this red carpet. OnlyFans is just that's an option for you. It's not a necessity. Come to this side. I got you.
But you look Dominican.
Well, the Hispanic women can get it too. Inner city.
And they black.
Listen, we gonna buy back the block. We gonna give the money back. I'm just trying to change people's lives.
Okay,
that's it.
So now
I'm giving back with opportunity. I fuck around, don't even like you.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Look at Rich. Rich is on some shit where he like, I'm looking now while I'm on the rise up. So somebody that's rising up with you is different. It's kind of different when you out of here. You Drizzy, right? You Drake. You Chris Brown. You out of here. You
whole Camden lit.
Listen, you Kanye West. You Kanye West. You Kanye West. You meet something, you put them on. This is actually a famous situation with Kanye West. And then this person is got a dynamic look, everything, and they kind of go off in the sunset. And the craziest part is everybody beef in relationships and nobody sees the dramatic, goofy shit. But when you on that level, everybody can see it. And you bring them to a world where now the people that they fucking with, they not fucking with the niggas from back in the neighborhood no more.
They fucking with your friends.
When you brought her, when you bring her on that red carpet, now you see her dealing with when y'all break up, you got to see her forever. Cause now she with such and such, your label mate, motherfucking basketball nigga with a $90 million contract.
Man.
Listen. You put enough of them out there, they should be thanking you. Them basketball niggas gonna thank me when I come through, got the whole hood lit out in LA. Whole Sheridan Street.
Right,
lit.
and it's all your work.
Yes, like, yo.
And it's all on the strip of your work.
This came from Jersey, man. God bless.
Nah, but listen, real shit, if the communication right, again, I gotta go back to what I said originally. Because I've dealt with it. I've had females where the communication, it was never no goofy shit. I never tried to lie to them. It was always 100. So we messed around. We did whatever we did. And then I might bump into them at the movie theater. And I got my shorty with me. And it's regular. Hey, how you doing? Hey, what's up with you? All right, good. Yeah, have a good weekend. All right. Knowing I'm a dogger like in like 2 days. Like
That's out of pocket.
no, but I'm just saying like the real communication. And see, a lot of listen, let me tell you something. A lot of females that deny you this because of course they feel like the option of, you know, kind of like being able to lie to you and have their cake and eat it too is more of a better option. Same thing with men. And I'm not, this is a two-sided thing. It's not just on females. Men too. Okay. Men will rather choose the road to lie versus being honest because they know a female that ain't with letting you have your way is going to be with the honesty. She not with that shit because she not trying to hear that. You know what I'm saying? But it's the best policy, man. It's the best policy and you will never, listen, trust me, make her famous. Yet long as y'all was honest, y'all good, the communication was everything, you make her famous by her titties, she could pop off, be with a big star, you gonna get that wink, my guy.
And the thing is, it's gonna go sour if you try to keep them in the closet the whole time, like hiding them. Because, you know, I think that was the move back in the day for rappers. Like,
they never exposed their girl.
Yeah, they would have them in they would be in the tub.
All the rappers were single, like, really?
But
unless like they dated another celebrity or another rapper or a
correct.
singer.
So what they used to do is back in the day, it was way more rappers that was with their high school girlfriend.
Right.
They're around the
way girl.
Yeah. And then they kept them in the tuck. But as rappers became more fucking rock stars
right.
and shit like that and was able to be like where a nigga like Travis Scott could go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tiger, these niggas could go and get the top, you know,
right.
situations. Now with you, how do you feel about that if you on, you know, mogul level? Everybody knows Wally D, mogul level. You hopping out the figgity
make a nigga famous.
Like you like that.
She on that Nicki Minaj. She just put her man on.
Hold on. No, but see, that's
same type vibe.
No, that's a different vibe. That's a different vibe. Because what Nicki did, so before we even get to you, because we can't let that slide.
All right, let's go.
What Nicki did, let me tell you something about the nigga that Nicki Minaj is with. Shout out to that nigga.
They said he a Stone Cold official street nigga.
Listen. I'm gonna say shout out to him. I don't care if he a Stone Cold street nigga or a nerd. The nigga, shout out to him because he's what we talked about before when we talk about residual income. We talk about a repo man.
Right.
This nigga was with her. Has to watch her, you know, the things separate. Then you all of a sudden seeing your girl on TV in the craziest light.
Rockstar level.
Rockstar beyond level, but you could remember the regular arguments in the crib, splitting food, just whatever, air mattress, whatever life is. Mm-hmm. And somehow the universe was able to bring that man back and she represented him. That nigga he's that nigga, you know what I'm saying, to even be put in that situation. So where her is a little bit different because what she did was she reached back and got that like high school vibe back that this nigga fucked with me with no titties, no ass. Let me give him the super version.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because he was fucking with me.
He deserved it.
Now that was dope.
Right. So that's different.
And she added security.
Yeah.
Nah, they said my man really, I don't know. That's what I heard.
Yeah,
I heard he ready to go
for real. Yeah, he ready to go. So now with Wally, you doing your thing, you single, you make it all the way to the top by yourself. You Oprah.
Okay.
You know, you meet a nigga, he looking like something. He looking like an action figure, whatever the case may be.
He said action figure.
Action figure. He looking like that.
He got the whole 8-pack.
Yeah, you making him famous. You gonna put it.
But he broke like your boy.
But he broke. But
like
he broke.
Me.
You know. That's a hard question.
You J-Lo'd it. He was at a restaurant working. He served you food. You was like, this nigga's immaculate.
I'm
and you
like a
grabbed him.
hopeless romantic type of girl, low key. Mm-hmm. Like I like, honestly, regular guys.
That pay people.
Yo,
fucking Garnett, bro.
Yo.
Regular.
Hold on, go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish, but we gotta fix this.
But if we would have to he would have to be dating me for me. So I would have to really be getting to know him for a long time, a little bit before I even put him on. Because you got to think about it. Once you put him on, he's low-key connected to your brand. So, like, not only you got to worry about you put him on or whatever, but, like, you got to make sure that he's on the right track. He's not making the wrong mistakes. And then even if he up and goes, you got to make sure, like, he gonna be legit.
Hold on. So what do you mean that he's gonna like you for you? Like, number one, let's just make this very simple.
Like me for me. Fuck the mogul part.
Hold on, but no. See, this is where you going wrong.
That's part of it.
No. It's part of it, but you got to think about this. If this guy's just a regular guy, right, and you're a pretty girl,
right,
he was going to fuck with you regardless. Now it's different if you like whatever we consider traditionally unattractive, and you got $1 billion, and you got to think like, would he fuck with me? Most likely the nigga.
Yeah, but like, okay, yeah.
So if you feel like the dude would already like, okay, I would fuck with her. She's a pretty girl, and she happens to have $1 billion, so he might be a little more dedicated. Right? He might be a little more dedicated, but that's no different than y'all. If you was fucking with a nigga and he had everything like, yo, he checks off these boxes. He's
but
a cool
you know where
nigga.
niggas fuck up? Y'all think with y'all dick and y'all don't think with y'all brain. That's the difference between women and men. You see how I said he has to like me for me? I'm thinking logically, like, let me make sure this nigga coming correct. Because y'all looking like, damn, she bad.
What if he pull up? What if he pull up with the bricks in the trunk?
Nah, he not. I'd be like, nah, I can't.
That might change a little. What if he tell you he got 10 raw? He just got 10 raw from the plug, and he getting rid of them tomorrow.
Listen, we don't need that. I'll be like, listen, we don't need that. I got my own bag, but if you want to leave that there, let's go.
And he got a meeting with Desiree Perez tomorrow.
Now, Wally definitely keep her own bag. Shout out to my dog. She keep her own bag.
But now you gotta, that's the difference between men and women. That's why a lot of women become successful, and a lot of women, get celebrity status through their men majority of the time because it works like that. Like y'all were on a sexual level and you liked her for, who she was, and then y'all enhanced everything, and boom, she blowing up. And she might go on to the next nigga because you acting up.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with it though. I don't think it's nothing wrong with it.
What?
Like with if I meet a regular female and I'm a celebrity, I'm somebody, whatever, and she start catching a wave because she around me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And now they getting wind of her and her talents. And now she starts showing her talents. I actually advise a female to do that. Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Don't sit around
you
me.
should.
Don't sit around me and just lean on me. Don't be a Papio, talk about the leechers right now. Yeah. But so don't be a leecher. Like, go ahead and get your own shit afloat. I'm going to take care of you regardless. I got you.
Exactly.
Like, so.
That's a point.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say overall is I would just have to dive a little bit deeper when it comes to trying to
She's shelving you, nigga. You're not coming out. Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. When she show up on the red carpet, the two niggas next to her. The two niggas next to her in tuxedos are security guards. Yep. That's what it is. You stay in the fuck at home.
And me with a Corona fresca.
Yeah. So you don't even have to worry about that. Now, let's say you are out with this new dude, this 6-pack monster, whatever he is, and somebody squeezes your ass, right?
That nigga better do something.
Wait. He squeezed it. Listen, somebody squeeze your ass right there, huh? I mean, take a healthy, real grab, and then you hear a voice when he squeezes, and he's like, "This thing's soft," right? In his motherfucking miggity Mike Tyson, right?
I'm fighting.
No, wait, hold on. Mike Tyson. Because some footage came out recently of Mike Tyson right now, and I'm telling you right now.
Are we talking about, is it Mike Tyson right now?
Yeah, I'm talking about
you
Mike Tyson.
You gotta go see the new footage.
Hold on. Mike Tyson right now. I'm gonna apologize.
50,
wait. I'm gonna apologize now for even that voice. What that joke just now? I apologize. I salute him all day long. This is a nigga I want. No, like I be wanting sauce with a lot of people,
but you don't want sauce with him.
I don't want ragu with this nigga. I don't want A1 with this nigga. I don't want nothing with this nigga. If that happened and a nigga squeak, like you want him to fight him or what's good?
You gotta fight him.
Listen,
whatever happens, at least I know my man gonna fight for me. If you get your ass whooped, know what?
No, hold up. This is a different situation though, Wally, because listen, the legendary Locks, the most gangster rappers, one of the most gangster rapper groups, right? And they consist of Jada, Styles P, hard as nails,
right?
Chic Luch, stand about 6 feet tall, right? Hard as nails.
Big as hell.
And they said that when they was out on tour, they with Eve, the whole like Rough Riders thing.
Right.
They ran into Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson jumped on Eve. And he jumped on Eve in like a certain way where they felt like, because they felt like Eve was like a little sister.
Right.
And they big brothers. And they felt like Mike was kind of like a little disrespectful with like his approach. And they just said they didn't know how to really like
So what was the outcome? They ain't do shit.
They didn't really know how to listen.
So they ain't say nothing.
You talking about, but what are you gonna say?
They was thinking
you
like
talking about
Styles
you talking about the number one most dangerous fighter in the world.
Listen, she thought about me. I think it was Styles said, you know, who gonna poke Mike? Like they trying to figure out who gonna poke Mike. The thing is,
get
you
the
still
knife
might
work
poke
ready.
Mike. You might poke Mike. Mike's still gonna do that little dip to the right, right? That's that dip to the right. That's setting up that motherfucking right hook
You
to
gonna
the body, even damaging to any regular body man. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna be sleep next to your razor or whatever you had to stab him with.
Listen,
Both of y'all laying right there.
listen. I respect Mike Tyson, but he tried that shit with me. We gotta fight.
Right?
We have
you,
no
Garnett.
choice. but to
So what you're
fight.
saying is, so this is the reality of it.
I'm not gonna want to. I say that out
But
loud
this is
right
the,
now.
This is the reality of it.
But I got to.
You gotta say, you know, if Mike do that to me, he gotta knock me out because it's no fight.
Yeah, it's no fight.
It's
no
not.
fight.
It's no rumble.
But
It's
at least you
nothing.
attempted.
Yeah,
That's the key.
Because what you wonder as a man is, you know, as a man getting knocked out or beat up in front of your girl is crazy too. So it's kind of like, what's more demasculating? Like, yo, you squeeze the cheeks, and I had to say, listen, Mike, we all know that you could beat us all up.
Right.
You disrespected me wild crazy, nigga. I wish I had a pistol on me right now because I'd shoot you, but I don't, so I don't want to fight, right? You know,
Is that what you were saying?
No, I'm saying, I'm trying to figure out, I'm just trying to figure this out. Or do I let him punch all on me lightly? He could not even do it his hardest.
Okay.
He's just smacking me around. You was a bitch to me. You ain't shit, nigga. Nigga, I could kiss you on your forehead, pussy, like I do your girl.
I can live with that.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
listen. The nigga's just smacking you around. You sitting there screaming. You can't do nothing. You trying to grab on Mike. He not even moving. This nigga solid stone. He just smacking this nigga all around. Throwing like he could treat you like that, like a bear. You know what I'm saying?
Thing is, either way, people gonna understand. If you fighting, niggas gonna be like, yeah, you crazy. There's gonna be a few niggas that be like, all right, cool. Like, I get it. You riding for your girl. But for the niggas that just won't do anything, they gonna understand too.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell y'all what I would do.
It's a win-win either way.
I think Styles P answered it best, bro.
So you might as well stand up.
If I'm with Wally, we out. Wally get approached by like some Mike Tyson. We somewhere of whatever, some type of stature, and we running the mic. If I ain't got the knife with me or like the gun that I know I could beat Mike, I know I could hurt him. I'm trying to tell Wally, like, Wally, listen, just let that go.
Yo,
man.
listen,
Like,
listen.
It's
Damn.
Wally,
It can go either way.
Listen, I'm giving
Wally,
y'all
I'm
my.
gonna talk to you later. Wally.
I'm giving y'all my God's honest answer. If this was me, God's honest answer. I'm going to try to hit that nigga with a motherfucking crazy ass kick, and I'm going to wake up. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wake up in the hospital or talking to God.
Listen.
For a fact, because I know when I throw that joint, it's in vain. The nigga's duck game is unbelievable.
You got enough weight and height on you to survive. Mm-hmm. He hit me, I am going. Immediately.
So I got to go for a rear naked choke
Or-
immediately. I got to get behind him and get that rear
right.
naked immediately.
If he punched me in my ribs, that's automatic COVID-19.
That's
That's
hold
that's
on.
bad.
That's another thing. I'm not small. I don't know why a lot of people be thinking that. I look small on TV. I'm not. Just to bring that up.
You gonna get hospitalized for that girl, and then guess what? She's done with you.
Yeah.
She like, this nigga ain't even a fighter.
Yo, the
He
craziest
got
part
knocked
is
out.
if all of a sudden she turned on by Mike.
Right,
I kind of
right.
fuck with the way Mike.
Right.
Well, look, but that's what
She
I'm
the
saying.
new Robin
Either
Givens.
way, whether you fight or don't fight, maybe she might get turned on by the nigga from the beginning.
That's how they get turned on. Well, I'm gonna tell you something that turned on. That turns me off. And I got a question I gotta really ask niggas. This is a dumbass question.
Uh-oh.
It's dumb.
It sounded.
Come on with it.
After you take a shit.
I don't even like this.
I don't even.
Wait.
It's
I don't
a
even want to
funky
know the
one.
door.
Come on,
wait.
It's a funky one. Get tissue.
You shitted earlier in the day. Earlier in the day, whatever the case may be. Do you fuck?
No.
If you
Come on,
didn't-
man.
No, listen. If you
Come
didn't-
on, man.
Hold on. Wait. I'm just saying.
Come on.
Do you fuck? Because you ain't think that was going down.
No.
All of a sudden, the cheeks
No.
come tossed your way. What do you do?
No. It's a no-brainer for me. It's a no-brainer. It's Puerto Rich. Listen, man. It's a no-brainer. You don't fart shit nowhere near the sex shit. And I'm going to tell you why, right? It's disgusting. Sex is a turn on thing. It's a chemistry. It's a place of ecstasy. It's a certain atmosphere.
It's a euphoria.
It's a certain euphoria. It's a certain ambiance. Like, and then when you fart, and then if that, first of all, the sound alone is a sign. It's a sign that a smell might be coming. It's a sign that shit might be near. No, seriously, farting is a sign. Whether somebody, listen, if she go in the bathroom and she either has to shit or just shit it, and she farts, it's a bad sign. It's either way. She just shit it, or she got to shit. The shit is near. And when we about to have sex, that's a total turn off. You fart, listen, because I ain't gonna hold you. I'm a freak. I'm a freak type of person. Like, when I get you in the bed all naked, all crazy, I'm trying to, like, listen, no bullshit. Let me finish my point. I'm trying to spread that ass all open, all crazy. I don't want no whiff of nothing to come out of there other than, like, regular natural body smell. If anything, shower smell. After shower smell would be my preference. But if I open them ass cheeks up, like, and at the only thing that's the one thing that I will allow is the bare minimum. Other than a great smell and great body, the only thing I might let slide is a little ash. It could be a little ash. It could be a little ash in that ass. And I'm still diving in because I can understand you ain't lotion the ass crack all crazy in the ass. But shit.
That's not ash, that's
shit,
baby
listen,
powder. It's
but
baby powder.
Well, baby powder is good too. It's let me know you concerned. But shit and a fart, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, you smelling like shit, or like, I hope you ask you smell like shit, like a diaper type smell, like a baby shit. My dick definitely gonna get soft.
But this is the thing.
I'm done.
No,
B.
You put this on the chicks. I'm talking about she clean as a whistle. You happen to have took a shit earlier in the day.
If I won't take it, I won't do it. I won't do no shit like that.
So this is how it's going down, right? I'm gonna say this to Rich. Rich will know what I'm talking about. Only Rich is gonna know what I'm talking about, right? So you took a shit at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
You've been out and about. You've been doing your thing.
Running.
You know what I'm saying? Not running all wild, just doing what you was doing, right?
Running.
Right. You even wiped with a baby wipe. They had those on deck, right?
She lucky.
Oh, no, wait. So,
like
7 o'clock, Funhouse. Somebody we know. Funhouse is at your neck, and she trying to get busy right now. She ain't got time. Ain't no shower. Ain't no nothing. You retreat.
Well, the reason he's crazy. He mentioned one of my favorite people. One of my favorites. She's amazing. We love her. We love her. She's family. We love her. But listen, I wouldn't because I love her so much. I'm not ruining that situation. I'm not going in there with the shitty butt.
Even if she all up on you, she's just ready to throw it on you.
Out long as my pants is up. I think the shit.
What about she pull the pants down?
So we about to figure this out.
It's no way my pants come down because I know the shit gonna come out.
What if it's through
the shit smell?
What if it's through the slot? What if she cool with you rocking through the slot? Look, she says go through the slot, right? You can leave your
joint. I ain't gonna hold you. Listen, it's just a feeling. For me, it's just a feeling. It's like almost the people who can't go to sleep.
You forgot that you shit at 11 a.m. You forgot. It's 8 o'clock.
No.
I bring this up for a reason because I'm just like Rich.
Certain people don't forget shit like that. I'm the type of person I can't go to sleep without that shower.
Oh no!
Like
absolutely.
tonight, we ain't vexing. Y'all see me? I'm in a wife beater already. Cause we ain't chilling, we vibing as family, we doing what we do.
Yo, thanks for saying that. So now I gotta draw you in the wife beater when I draw the commercial or the cartoon for this episode. Normally, I just throw any cartoon on niggas. I throw any cartoon on niggas because people can't see what the fuck we got on.
I don't give a fuck what you draw. Just add extra Photoshop, rip me up. You know what to do, nigga. I'm on some shit, nigga. Nah, but real shit though. The poop, the farts, it's not happening. It's a turn off. It stinks. We're not doing it. You need to make sure you get that out of your system before shorty come over. I know for a fact, I'm shitting before, if I got a shit or I even farting, gassy, anything funny, I'm going to go ahead and do whatever it is that I might know, any home remedies, anything to try to handle that before she come over. Or guess what? We got to reschedule.
So what about you, Nat?
Re-ask that question again.
I'm saying you motherfucking listen. Look at this nigga's concentration.
You know what the question is.
Listen. If you shit it earlier in the day, are you fucking? If it, because some shit pops off spontaneous. You know what I'm saying? I'm asking this because of being in situations where it went down, and I felt like
it depends what kind of drawers I'm wearing.
Okay, so
if I'm wearing a white pair of drawers, probably not.
All right, so this is the crazy part.
Which is seldom.
So this nigga found out that I had white drawers.
No, this has nothing to do with
No, but
all
I'm
right.
just saying this is a real thing.
That's bold.
It's more than bold.
That's bold.
Bro,
Go ahead,
grown
tell
men to
it,
wear
tell it.
white
No,
ones.
Tell it.
This nigga couldn't believe it. He was like, nigga, you wear white drawers, nigga. You a brave man. And I was like, wow, all my drawers is white. Like, what are you talking about? Like, he was real concerned. Like, nigga,
Bro,
you.
my aunt brought me a pack of white drawers for Christmas.
What?
And
How old are you?
I was saying, huh?
How old are you?
I'm 30.
She knew
I'm
that?
30. No, she knew. She knew. But the thing is, I like looked at it. I'm so thankful because for Christmas, all I want is wife beaters, socks, and drawers. So I'm like, oh shit, all right, cool. But then I slightly felt disrespected because it's like, I can't keep them clean. You know what nigga with a little bit of ass hair can't keep that clean?
At 30.
Just a little streak. No, it's just a little streak that's gonna be
I
like
get what you saying. It's the struggle.
Niggas just listen. We should not be wearing white
Draws.
briefs at all
Oh,
of any kind. We shouldn't be doing that. So it depends on what kind of drawers I have. They're probably not going to be white because I know myself.
Okay.
Don't buy me no more of that.
You got
shit.
you got Gray Jones on. Get busy.
Yeah, most definitely. So I'm
He
I'ma
like
say
to
this.
go
No,
chocolate
no,
brown, so
I'ma
just
say this.
just
I'ma
in
say this.
case.
No. Because listen. I was gonna say I always had to check it. I got
Coffee
black
brown
on today.
boy.
I got black on today, so I'm good. No matter what. This shit can't be seen.
It won't be seen.
Won't be seen. But no, I mean I've actually. So if I took a shit and went about my day, I wiped as best as I could, my nigga. I wiped as best as I could.
You believe in yourself. The effort was there.
Yeah, but what you really should be worried about is the other extra activities, not the shitting. Like, I've had sex after playing full court basketball for 17 hours.
That's disgusting.
Did she know?
Did she know that?
Did she know?
She got fucking Facebook. She seen me running
no-
up and down that court with my niggas.
She never said nothing. Like she never said nothing about like
Like you
aroma
smell?
or anything.
Listen, salty peanuts always taste better than the regular ones.
That's
So she was just there for it.
They
So
had me
now let
salty
me ask
nuts
you.
for
Planters
years.
nuts.
So when she went down with the planners, did you look at her like and think you are a filthy
No.
animal?
She's ambitious because that's what's on my nuts. I was trying to get it. That's ambition that you tasting right there.
Yo,
You ambitious.
You was trying to go to the league.
Hey, Briscoe,
want it?
I'm
Yeah, I
gonna
was-
need you
This
to.
man
Ball
out
is
of
life.
pocket.
Ball is life.
So what about you? What about you, Wally? Like,
I'm not doing that.
Wiley's
Absolutely not.
sick.
Especially a
Wiley's
female.
sick.
Especially a female.
no, I'm talking about a nigga like you.
You just
and
came
let
back
me-
from
and let me-
Soul Cycle.
and let me
She do
re-
Soul Cycle. She just came
but
back
I'm
from
saying,
Soul
if
Cycle.
She clean. I'm talking about
Sweaty.
No, but I'm talking about she clean.
Oh, I'm clean.
You clean. Your man, your husband. This nigga, you just want to. You ready to get it popped off? He like, nah. I took a shit this morning.
I mean,
You know-
go wash up real quick.
Yeah, I
you
said-
need
no,
to
I
go
was
just
wash
saying,
up.
y'all somewhere trying to just get it. Like y'all
I'm
somewhere.
gonna have to hold that shit off
So you
because
good.
I can't. You know what? Depending on how fucked up I am, if I'm a little tipsy.
All right, she adding to
All
it
right,
now. I like where this is going. I like where
Think
this is
about it,
going.
because me and
Uh-oh.
my boo.
There's some
we had
shit we ain't
good
never
times.
hear.
But low key, if I'm a little fucked up and me and him really want to get it in, and he was like, "Yo, babe, I just took a shit." Like he ain't gotta get real naked. You
Yeah,
know?
man.
Cause your twin outside.
But you
over
talking
there,
about your-
she be trying to get me even no matter what
Now
I
for
did.
now, when we horny, you gotta catch it when it's hot. Like you gotta get when we ready.
Even if it got a little shit sent to it.
No,
I mean,
What if you get a little shit scent, like
That
it run
might
by
blow-
your nose, but you still wet, he still rock hard, but a little shit go by your nose.
that's hard. That's hard because I might be like, ooh, babe. I might be like, ooh,
But
babe,
no,
that
but
ain't.
You
that
got
ain't
wait,
it.
shitty.
I'm gonna have to finish it off. Like, all right, babe, come on, we gotta finish this shit off. Like, right now.
because the dick.
It's nowhere near the ass.
Exactly.
It isn't.
Unless you playing down there. But if I know I already did a lot of things that day, I mean, you can still lick the ball. I mean, I'm not into the gooch and all that shit anyway. That's not.
lick
that's
the
not what
balls
I'm into.
after you shitting.
Listen,
That's wild.
I don't know what I don't know what
That's
we
not up
discuss.
to me to determine.
Garnett.
It sounds like we comparing sweaty nuts to a shitty butt, and either way, it's just crazy.
It's disrespectful.
Like if I'm hitting a bra, bro, it's no
I
way.
think it's
Like
different.
I don't want.
I think it's different with a nigga though, because like a female could hop on you. You still got your drawers on. We can hop on you real quick.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Like you literally.
We can hop on. listen, if you gave me the disclosure, like, hey, babe, you know, whatever, all right, just keep your drawers on. We're going to make this work, and then we out. That's it.
Dog,
We're
going to keep it between us. Ain't nobody got no.
It's so many people that's listening that took a shit throughout their day and still fuck their significant other without even thinking twice about it.
What I'm trying to
That's
wonder,
what I'm saying.
I was nastier as a young nigga, and I'm trying to remember if the me not wanting to do that at all, like no matter what the scenario, came as I got older. Because back in the day, it just don't seem like I was ready to go.
At
No
all
matter,
times.
like it just like I wouldn't matter. Because think about back in the day, being in a club, literally sweating. Like we went in there to dance. We drenched. Me, the chick in there, still, there was never a shower in between. We met at the club, we end up shooting back to, and it was going down in vehicles. You know what I'm saying? All types of things. You know what I'm saying? And I think about that, like, what the fuck? And we was all with it. All the chicks at the club was with it weekly. You know what I'm saying? Was it different times? Or did I just evolve into a nigga that's just I think too much now? I'm not
I think
spontaneous.
you evolved.
Nah, I think you was young, and I think when we young, the rules is different. We was all young, bro.
Wow.
When you young, you 18. I was 18, 17. Matter of fact, fuck 18. I was 14, 15 playing catch a girl, get a girl. So we probably did some reckless shit when you young. But when you older, bro, it's a difference. It's a difference. Like the only thing I want farting when it's sex time is the pussy. Like point blank, period. Like when I'm older now, my shit'll get soft, man. You start farting and shit like it's cool and still think it's eternal, like, man.
I'm gonna keep it real. As you get older,
Come on, man.
It you know, there's a lot of different things that could happen that just make you be like, I'm done here.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
man.
Where back in the
Come on.
day,
We gotta protect this energy.
back in the day,
We
I
gotta
could be,
Protect it. We got to preserve the shit.
I could be in a dirty trap house shootout happening outside. As long as that booty is right there, I was alert. You feel what I'm saying? Now it just be anything could kill the mood. You know what I'm saying?
I remember, listen, and this is a personal joint, but I remember anything could turn you off, bro. That's how you know anything could turn you off. I remember pulling the broad drawers down and finding like I guess she baby powdered up like around in that area, but the baby powder left like dingleberries, like balls, balls of baby powder.
The shit
You
look
sure
like
that was
deodorant.
baby powder, or was that toilet
On her
paper?
pube? She had pube
Or was
hair?
it toilet paper?
It couldn't. I hope it wasn't toilet. She
'Cause
tried.
that's-
It could have been, and maybe she lied to me. Maybe I didn't know because I wasn't experienced. That experience with like how they clean their vaginas, whatever, what they use, but. I just knew it was balls down there, like, and it was weird because I was like,
Because I don't think baby powder can essentially like kind of do that. I know it can kind of like. It can kind of, okay. This is
what
the
about on the
vagina.
pubes? On the pubes,
On the
hairs?
hair, it
Can
shouldn't get bally. Like it should just get like moist. Like especially if she's hot down there. Like I don't know about the. Where was it?
the ball-
Exactly.
I mean,
Was
the
it
balls
more
was
lower,
like. Now they was like on like her hairs, like on her pubes.
So when
That
she
is
pulled
like
them off, you
like
seen
white,
balls.
like balls from like. Cause I asked, I asked. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, yo, what's the vibe?
You didn't ask her what's the vibe down there, bro. You said something else. You didn't ask her what's the vibe,
I
bro.
definitely vibe wasn't even out then. I
right,
definitely didn't say vibe.
Right.
That's all I'm saying, bro. Like you didn't say what's
I
the
definitely
vibe.
didn't say vibe. Vibe wasn't out like that. Listen, vibe was not. Shout out to the Fifth because 50 promote that vibe shit a lot, and I fuck with Fifth. So I've been swinging it when I can, but. She probably said some shit, I probably
you
said
believed
I
her.
probably said some shit like just what's going on down here? Like you okay? Like what's this white shit or anything? And I know because I remember her telling
gassed
me
you.
like, no, that's like baby powder. She was like, no, that's like baby powder. I be freshening up or some shit like that.
And then you just went, and then you went.
Well, yeah, I went in.
Yeah.
I went in.
Yeah.
I went in. It ain't had no scent. It was just like I said, something.
She probably had a lot of hair down there. Like, God damn.
Well, some
Was
broads
was
do
it was
they-
that?
some
It was
broads
the time
really-
period. It was the time period.
This was the 90s.
Some females like to be hairy animals. They
Well,
like the
how old
jungle.
was she? How old was she at the time?
I think she was about probably like 30, something like that. I don't know. This was when I was doing Philly. I was doing Philly like theater work. I was running over Philly doing the theater stage plays, and I met a nice, beautiful joint over there that was really digging me.
Well, first
really
of all,
feeling.
let's just.
Did it smell good?
He
Oh,
said it
yeah.
smelled good. He
Ah,
did.
well done.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
yeah.
was. Nah, she
Job
was.
well done.
Nah, she was dope. She was dope. She wasn't like no dirty broad. And like I said, it was something new
You
for
never
me.
seen nothing like that
It was
before.
something new for me. I never seen a female like kind of like put powder, I guess, that much in that area.
I like
You know
how
what I mean?
I like how you slid in there that the whole, Philly theater thing, because Porter Rich is we like to remember that this nigga's multi-talented. This nigga, the acting thing is definitely heavy, and it's gonna be something coming real soon.
I know.
Theater work, everything, man. Listen, theater work, everything, man. And this on a serious note, man. Again, we live in a world where people don't give people their roses, man. It's sad, and you got to know what you can do. You gotta not be afraid to pat yourself on the back. You know what I mean? And then when you do got friends in a circle that give you roses and congratulate you on what you do, then appreciate them and cherish them, because we've been we had a table. This ain't about me. We had a table full of talent. We had a table full of talent.
Facts.
I mean, my man Devinwade could do 1,000 things
Facts.
for you. While Leska been styling me, she been helping me with
Facts.
like picking out outfits and laying the proper outfits together for
Facts.
years. I like her. I just can't wait till she like really like take off in the fashion game and really like start presenting like her stuff in the fashion game.
One of one.
My dog right here that y'all hear right now that, really gave y'all a different side of him today, which I
Facts.
loved and I appreciate it, because
I
I
love
think
this shit too. I like this mode, bro.
Yeah, it's
I'll be
super,
honest with
super
you.
great.
I'm becoming myself.
You should.
I like this mode.
You amongst your people, so
This
it's
is
only one.
comfortable.
It's only one thing gonna happen when we do it like this, and that's kind of like what Joe Budden was speaking on earlier, my nigga. Like, it ain't no goofy shit here, man. Ain't nobody even sat down and talked about no money here. Nobody give a fuck about no money.
We already know
We
what it is.
homies,
We done broke. The crazy part is niggas already done broke bread on all types of shit. It's just a different. It's a
Yeah.
It's
Niggas
literally
really eat together,
Yeah,
bro.
it's a
absolutely.
different
Really eat together.
situation.
Absolutely, my shit is y'all shit, and I know y'all shit is my shit. And at the end of the day, bro, like, it's different, bro. And that's what we need to find. And sometimes, again, man, listen, I didn't even get to finish speaking on Garnett. Garnett is amazing too, comedian. Hit this shit, the podcast shit. He one of the first niggas to do this podcast shit.
He's the reason
Yeah.
why I jumped into the
Yeah, let's
podcast
talk about
game.
it.
That nigga had
Let's talk about it.
had a podcast that he was coming in here and he was record. Shout out to White Mike.
Facts.
White Mike actually had a room here in this studio, and he became
to my
real
dog.
busy doing other things, and was kind of like letting him rock out in that room.
Mm-hmm.
And he was, he started doing his podcast and everything like that. And I wasn't even onto the podcast. He put me on the Tax Stones podcast. Joe Budden, the infamous Joe Budden and Tax Stone, all of that shit.
Great episode.
Yeah. He put me onto all of that. And then he was doing his podcast, and I listened to it, and I was like, yo, my nigga, this shit funny as hell. And
Shout
like
out
I
to
said,
my dog Vet holding it down.
yeah,
Cups
Vet,
and cakes.
Yup, Vet crazy. And I told him, I said, yo, when I'm done doing what I'm doing, I'm always doing something, always working on a project. I'm gonna come partner up with you, and I'm gonna get you some situations where you could interview some celebrities and shit like that.
And-
This is years ago.
And Dev followed through. I remember being upstairs at the studio and literally writing down a list of people that we was going to interview by the end of the year, and 2 months later, man, everybody was checked off that list.
Yeah.
2
That's
months.
awesome. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
months
Keep-
later,
let
everybody
him
was checked off
keep
that list, man.
let him keep playing with Dev Wade.
And the craziest
I done
part,
had celebrities. Listen, no bullshit. I done had like a lot of like your celebrity friends, like NFL niggas, like different few niggas, like follow me since we started doing. And shout out to them because I
Yeah.
appreciate it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's all good energy.
Yeah.
And
It's
good
great.
energy only lead to like great things.
and it's crazy because niggas is limited right now because my people can't really get to me. With everything that's going on with COVID and shit like that.
Right.
So everybody's separated, but we still being able to get this the bare minimum of what can be done. This ain't even the vision. This is like a
This
fragment.
is the scraps.
Yeah, this is a fragment of the vision. Even when y'all watch the visual episodes of the show, that's a fragment of the vision. That's like, oh, we got to throw this together because we in a pandemic and we got to figure it out, and it's still what it is. So is a lot bigger and better things coming automatically just from off the squad that's here, man. But it's time for us to to really get up out of here, man. For myself, for Porter Rich, for Wally D, for Garnett Briscoe.
You already know what it is, man. Just a player with an opinion, man. We here. What's up? Devinwade Show. Holla at me.
Yeah, man.
Go.
For the Devinwade Show, I am Dangerous DevNasty. And real quick, y'all, Wallow, you gave me that name. Wallow by himself. Wallow gave me that name, and it's a great name, and I own it. Thanks Peace.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. This that 68th and Woodland, that be headed ratchet. Hull, I'm back intact with Cassis, jucking, packing, gas and jacking Goodman. Pistol packing, perky pushing, nickel sacking, thirsty.